I look tired. That's okay. I am a little bit. So this is Dr. Mia Lueth. It is 5:01 p.m. Eastern, New York time, USA, June 28th, 2025. And so, yeah, I I don't really care what people think is appropriate online. It, okay, there are some things that are actual criminal situations that happen online. So, it's not like it's not monitored. Right. So my stuff was monitored. I don't care. I'm not doing anything illegal that I know of. I mean, if you look, maybe the blue law somewhere. What the hell do I know? Right. But some of you, though, without knowing who you're attacking, uh, you know, you might be attacking somebody's grandmother who doesn't quite understand what certain lingo is online, who didn't do a damn thing to you. Okay? It shouldn't be the case that, people 20 and under, just by sheer apparent volume, should be able to, in an immature way, uh, destroy somebody's Etsy business because someone told them that they run the world or something. I don't really know. But teenagers need to back the fuck up off parents, guardians of some people. I mean, I make it abundantly clear here, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay? This is meant for mature adults over 21, and some of them aren't even there yet. Okay? This is meant for mature adults over 21. Please read the description before. Say it out loud in case anybody doesn't have a reader on there. We can't see when they have a reader. Description before engaging. Yeah, I'm like, excuse me. Are you bullying these people? There's some people going to regret their online existence. And I will live just long enough to make sure that fucking happens. Okay, before description, before engaging in conversation. See, this is like a long term project. Many of you don't have stick to itiveness for it. But it's like I was saying the other day, scientific studies basically, yeah, longitudinal. I prefer to work on longitudinal studies rather than other types. Okay, description before engaging in conversation. Okay. So, yep, I make weird faces, and sometimes I forget what I'm saying right in the middle of the sentence. And yeah, I get all kinds of weird face. I try to make a weird face when I'm doing the photo. Yeah, I don't know sometimes. I don't really know, but I don't really care. Okay, why? Because my entire fucking family is dead, assholes. I'm only 53 years old. So any of you that have been like targeting me and aiming your shit at me, you don't fucking have the right to decide if I'm allowed to use the internet or not. I'm also making a documentary, right? Because I am a person that functional neurological disorder, right? And you have had some trauma to the body and every other kind of thing. Right? Well, that is my point. So sometimes people make a mistake when they write things online, like comments, because they don't understand some language transitions. Sometimes they're neurodivergent and they understand something differently from you, and the way they express it is very rough. Okay? Well, people don't understand each other enough. Okay? Just using text. Well, most people aren't really writers that way. But regardless, there are some who might be. I don't really give a shit. It's just that I put my face on it. This is my address is 533 Booth Street, Elkton, Elkton, Maryland. 21921, right here. Okay? I, I just avoid a fight with me. So there's people I expect who are more mature online. Right. But that's something Federal Communications Commission might want to look at. Okay. I mean, I don't work there. Okay. So, oh yeah, I could give a crap any of you tear me to pieces with your bullshit. Matters not. Right. Plus, I'm feeling a little chippy and chirpy. Hockey people know. I know, like, I don't know. What do I have to live for? Huh? You guys realize you've been stealing from a poor woman whose entire fucking family is dead. Right. And I have a serious illness that's pretty much, I'm lucky I got 10 years. I don't have time for you. Most of you. Spend some time restraining your own selves and doing better research and reading things and not responding based on what you think someone meant. Okay, this is what I'm saying is the United States government, it really should not be the case that small business owners online who rely on that income day in and day out should have teenagers getting online and making accounts and yes, doing some things that are putting some of these businesses out. 17-year-olds should not en masse be able to decide things for adults. Okay? I'm an adult. Yes. 53. My whole family's dead. Mhm. I'm not going to keep saying it. But somebody stumbles across this and like, oh, were you the one? Well, that's what you've been attacking. Do you like attacking poor sick people? I don't return fire, people. Okay? By doing the same thing. That doesn't help. Okay? It's saying that certain people that you don't know about, that you are reading their texts about, there could be meanings you didn't understand yourselves. And there could be people who don't know how to communicate very well or understand the implications or ramifications of putting comments up on a site. Okay? So, I'm saying it out loud. I mean, right. A lot of people think, oh, I'm snoop around her finding something. Like, go ahead. My children are gone. They're gone. No aunts, no uncles, no grandparents, no parents, no siblings. They're gone. So some of you may be 70 years old and think you know better than me. Well, you better shut your mouths. That is correct. Okay? There are people, you need to understand the ramifications of putting things online. Okay? People who know more about the internet and other kind of things have, well, they're not stupid. Okay? On me, I don't, yeah. I mean, there's things I understand, but I don't work in IT anymore, so yeah. Ugh. Angry people all the time. It's just like, well, you did this. Look, didn't you had to call me at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell me you ran out of paper and the fucking printer? Okay, ass clown. Yeah. Anyway, this is what I'm trying to say is adults. Okay, there should be like Adult Swim online. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, okay, kids, get out. We need like an online Adult Swim where we know it's just adults here. Some people have gone through some really awful, horrible shit. And some of it has to do with online interactions. Okay, yeah, I know. I was talking about the Save a Fox, right? I know. The Fox Yes, that's. I was just recently watching Finnegan, and then suddenly there's a notice of she's dead. Like, what the fuck? Well, I didn't know anything about that either. But I tried to answer a comment about somebody's. And first of all, they read something into it that I, and also they didn't realize I had put another comment right before. Okay, but then I needed to clarify, and I didn't realize that it put up a new comment bar. I thought that was all in one, but apparently it wasn't. Just listen, snipey people online. Okay, sometimes it is like kids and people don't really understand how the internet works, and sometimes different languages things can get misconstrued. Okay, this is what I'm getting at. It's like there needs to be like not the dark web, but the adult web. I'm not talking about like triple X porn, although I mean I'm not against that. But I mean, hopefully that everybody stays clean, and healthy, and not being abused over a certain age. Yeah, that's exactly why I don't. Yeah, that I don't mess with. But there should be instead of the dark web, there should be the adult web, where yes, adults who don't need certain things. Which yes, and I'm trying to say I couldn't remember her name. Rains, yes, Michaela, which I spelled incorrectly. I know I was just watching it, and then suddenly her husband pops up. Of course, I don't. Like most people don't. Some people don't even know that somebody is sensitive to something. Because it happens to me all the time, you ignorant shits online. So maybe that's what you're just ignorant, dumbass punks. Just got no, you rebel without a cause and just, and I don't care, right? I just settle down to people online with comments because, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sensitive to certain things, and see, every person who's online is sensitive to different things, and I've been online for a long time. I mean, I started the whole thing in 1999, and I've maneuvered, and it's still basically a living work of art because I'm still alive on the internet because I have multiple different media that are all shared on the internet, and that includes commenting on some videos. And so, of course, it's not good that someone online recently who had a nonprofit to save foxes um, was apparently, really hurt by a bunch of comments. And, you know, maybe it's not you or me or anyone else on planet Earth who understands that kind of hurt. Okay? There's multiple ways to perceive the way things come across in text. Some people, it just bounces right off you, but there's some people it doesn't. Okay, so sensitive people online, right? Especially autistics. I'm one, but I've been in this freaking battle since the internet came out in the public, so I don't really give a shit. Plus, I only got like 10 years left to live, or whatever the fuck it is. I'm probably not even gonna give a shit. Like, I don't even care anymore. I mean, I don't want to live in this world because you're all just a bunch of pile of thinking you can get online and do this stuff and fuck up people's lives, which is just insane. Okay, but this one, yes, I was commenting about Michaela and it was got mixed up. She died because she committed suicide. I mean, I was just watching it. Yeah, I was getting to know the fox. He was a Finnegan. Yes, well, they have lots of different foxes, but that one. So I learned about the fox, and then like just after I'm starting to learn what's going on, her husband pops up, and she's dead because people don't understand how to communicate online. That's safe for everyone who uses the internet. Truth. Okay, I'm sensitive to some things that maybe 20% of the population are not. Right? But yes, so autistic people have different, like what you think you should not be sensitive about. We're born that way. I mean, there are people who don't care if you rag on them endlessly, but there are people who it, it isn't okay to keep them. Okay, they're just not that kind of person. They're not in that kind of place. Online interactions, just in general, start turning ugly, and everybody's got not going to fuck off. Just point blank. Okay, it's not the Wild Wild West, right? And there should be just an adult with that, where people have to verify that they're actually, yes, adults. And worldwide, just 21 and over. I mean, I wouldn't say I was like a full adult when I was 21, so you know, you gotta give them a little leeway. But people who have been who come in on me because they don't understand something I wrote online, and just immediate quick dismissal of like what you could have asked me. I mean, like, I didn't say that. That's how you perceived it. Like, I didn't write that. That's not. A lot of people are not capable of being on the internet for extended periods of time, and a lot of people are too sensitive to certain things. So that's why I tell people, tell your kids, get to know yourselves really, really well. All right. The better you know, the more you know what, yes, is probably good, not, it's like okay and kosher. But online, I mean, I don't care. My address is up there. This is where I live. People can come tell me to my face. I mean, I don't have anything to live for. It's different than other people. See, I can't say anything to anyone who does. But that's what I'm getting at. It's like some people, yes, have like online with your words and texts for me, and I'm like, okay, but I just said online in this space on my YouTube channel that that's actually something that I disapprove of, is how the internet allows too many unknown parties to interact with each other. And that needs to be tackled from a lot of different perspectives. Okay? You know, not everybody has to agree. Right. Not everybody has to agree, but there really should be the adult there. Right. It's like harder for people. Then that way stuff is made and they buy it as a unit and built as a unit to have the underage like internet set up already. If they have one in the house, they can pay extra to have it already set up, so that there's the under 18. I mean, I would say 21. And whatever, 18 to 21. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but it's harmful and damaging in ways that she is an example of why. Yes, her name was Michaela Rains. And I just started looking at it recently, Finnegan and yeah, so I was trying to learn more. And then her husband pops up and she committed suicide. And that's no good, man. I mean, we should all try and understand that people are perceiving and thinking and sensing differently. We don't all have the same kind of sensations all the time. We don't all think the same. We have the same experience. Uh, the expression of a full person is not easy to interpret online in just text. Right. Which is why another reason I moved over here to YouTube, because I was doing a lot of typing and other kind of things, but I can't now because I have a neurological disorder. I mean, really? Well, I can say the one that keeps trying to kick me down has to be, right, the high priestess of the rats. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, online, it is much better. I've been online for a long time. It's just much better to try and just know that people are coming from different perspectives and different perceptions and different experiences when they're commenting. Not everybody's a good writer. Not everybody's good at explaining things. Okay? Not everybody understands certain things about the way they communicate. Okay? Every human is sensitive to certain things. And it's not even a male, female. It's just every human has different sensitivities to certain things. It's just true. So some are used to screwing around, but some, it takes everything they have, all their might, every day to get up and keep taking care of things like those foxes. And some of that was shared. Okay, so people should be looking at what was shared, because Michaela Rains is exactly the reason why I do things the way I do things. and the reason why I take grace. Okay, she's an example of some of those people aren't human garbage. Okay, it's just don't stoop to their level. No, no, you don't stoop to their level. Some don't know what they're saying. To some don't understand how it gets perceived. Okay, some might be autistic themselves, and the way they communicate via text can seem unkind. We have too many irresponsible people who don't understand us trying to communicate on the internet. Okay? That's just the way it is, point blank. Should have an adult one. But yes, yes. But that's what I'm saying is that there are groups of younger people who are just all not giving a shit that you're ruining some grandma's life. Or that, you guys attack somebody's Etsy business and that person is running, a nonprofit and, has like a leg missing because she fought a war to maintain proper freedoms in the United States of America. I think we need to silence the lambs. Jesus. Right. So I don't care about things as much as other people do because my whole family's dead. So go ahead. Like, I mean, that's why I was like, I don't give a shit, law enforcement. I hang on this one. Forget, I'd rather catch him myself and bring him into a dark alley and take care of my situation with the catfisher and friends. Yes, they don't work alone. No, not if they're trying to get money from you. I'm like, what? Ah, my credit is crap. Yeah, like, fine, you want to steal my identity? Have at it. People are going to expect things of you. Okay? People need to be more understanding about the fact that there are lots of people who do use the internet of varying ages and varying experience. And some people are sensitive to certain things that maybe you or I am not. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So if someone didn't know that right, if there were people who knew that, I'm sure they would have tried to be, yes, much more understanding. Okay? But I'm sure some of them were snaky little shits. I know. I get the snaky little shit sometimes. All right. Well, whatever. I mean, it's just like the more obnoxious somebody gets, it's like, Jesus, you must hate the skin you live in, man. Yeah. Okay, but teenagers shouldn't have the right to use the internet, yeah, to ruin people's businesses and start others. What? Excuse me? Anybody sign a document said that was okay somewhere? I never know. Yeah, well, Gen X, we're a little different, I guess, right? I know. It rubs some dirt on it. Like, yeah, why are you crying? We got the rocks and glass out of your arm. I think I still need you. Fuck that. That costs money. like the brothers and their friends. Yeah, like I have a scar from here to here. Yeah, trying to air quote help me. Oh, I know. Oh, jeez. Anyway, some of us are over 50. Okay, now, but that's what I'm getting at. It's just, like, I, I, I don't have time, is what I'm saying. So I just don't, I don't have time. I don't have time for a lot of shit that's happening online. Okay? I mean, I make comments sometimes because I like to interact with people. Okay? And maybe that comment didn't make sense to you. Okay. Or, right. You find out after the fact that, oh, okay, it was just, I meant like this and did that. Okay. I don't care if I'm popular online, but I have a lot of content. A lot. And I continue to create more. So the internet is my right, yes, medium of artistry, right? And the flow of some poetry and bits and pieces about my life and other people's, as permission has been given, right? Right. I know. That is what I'm saying. Okay? Like, you want to gang up on me, come beat me up or something? Right. Some people won't understand. That's why. This is why I'm saying this is meant for mature adults. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm like a sex fiend. It's crazy. Like 12 years without. Well, you're lucky I haven't gone freaking unaliving spree. I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah, I don't care. I like sex too much. Yeah, I like it. Right. Like, but where are we going? Why do we do that? We gotta do that. All right, fine. Like, dudes, I can't help you. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna. Like, dudes on my team, like, no, no, you guys gotta follow my lead. Okay. No, you just gotta trust me. Just trust me. Okay. The stuff online, it is getting. It's not getting out of control. It's been like that. Yeah, exactly. But people are feeling, oh, we'll put this on, right? There are law enforcement entities that will track certain things. You guys all need to know that. They're not like fake. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. Some of them are pretty clever, right? But then they also hire people sometimes out of prison. People get caught and they make a deal. All right, you work for us and show us how. All right, let's do this. Yeah, but I don't giving kids medication while their brains are still forming might not be wise for most parents. Okay, alcohol does not help your children sleep. Right? They might pass out for a little while, but then they're up and they're usually cranky. Okay, that's just unacceptable for any human child. Alcohol, right? I mean, I don't care if you like it or not. That's just the way it is. Right? That's what I'm getting at. It's like, wow, you people spend a lot of time nitpicking, like everybody. all the time. I mean, I volunteer. I'm quite legally disabled more than one way. I know I got another issue besides the neurological disorder. Right. And that's one of the reasons I started doing this because, you know, I understand what it's like to kind of have to feel like you're trapped inside and you can't go out and do the things that, you wanted to because you have an illness or you have something that's going wrong with you. You know. Right. Hey, I do. Yeah, now I'm just reporting to everybody. I'm like, I got stuff. I got too many doctors to deal with. I don't. Yeah, I don't really give a shit sometimes about how many people are watching or not watching because it may be one or two or zero today. Okay, but 10 months from now, it might be 250,000. I don't know what to tell people. Oh, okay, poor just makes you more poor. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Some of this stuff is hurtful to people, and they're just afraid to say it, or they don't know who to tell. Okay, there is some stuff that yes, well, some people can just say point blank. Okay, well, yeah, but that's the other thing is that in the United States of America, I would like to remind people within the borders of the United States of America that everyone is considered innocent until proven guilty in a U.S. court of law. Right? If there's Phil Fallon all over the place and you're not in the middle of a war with them, with actual real bombs and shit exploding around you, and people's arms just fly off sometimes. Okay, right. You get what I'm trying to say? If you're not in that situation, or you're not like in an ice hockey club, all right, some of the Phil Foul language is not necessary, for one thing. Okay, but the other thing is, it's there's too many people who don't even really understand certain things and the way they type and write. Right, they may not have a buddy with them. Okay, someone might be 16 thinking it's okay to just snipe someone online because they do it with friends and they don't have experience and blah blah blah. Everybody does it. No, no, they don't. Everybody does not. So, yeah, I feel horrible that Michaela Reigns is deceased. I feel horrible when any of that kind of stuff happens. And I've had to go through it. So I'm much more cautious about myself. I don't have a choice anymore. And it sucks being indoors a lot and, not having the energy or the bone stability or you have like a muscle thing going on or you got the tremors and right, or you sat still for too long and like the rest of your body needs to, your periodical movement disorder all over the bed, and so I can hardly get sleep anymore. My teeth are all starting to fall out because one medication makes them brittle, the other one, yep, causes gum issues. Right. I probably need new hips. Why? I don't want to do that. Why do I have to continue to live if my whole family's dead? Why? 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 I mean, who really gets to say? Who gets the authority to make that decision? Well, none of these freaking celebrities and the rich people who've been around me sniffing were willing to help me, and that's just plain fucking obnoxious. The false accusers of me online picked the wrong time on earth to do that. Okay? Right. So, right, a lot of this footage is going to be used for a documentary. I've been online for a really long time. This is part of a larger work of art that I have online, which includes a blog, some interactions with people, a couple podcasts here and there, a little music, another blog I don't use anymore, but it's there. Right. And then this also. And my Twitter X account. Okay, there are ways to heal, okay, from certain types of emotional and some types of spiritual damage. So, yeah, the issue for me is I'm the one who was wronged. And I am actually, yep, checking with the other side of the family. What? I love bats. They're so neat. Bats. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm stitchified. Yeah. First Stitch day that passed. Yeah, I know. Stitch. So cute. Oh, what a cutie. I know. Gets into all kinds of trouble. Right. So I don't really give a shit. Like, I'm not going to be coming, you know, next scene fresh for anybody because I'm not in a movie. And I can't just click pause. And so many people have been calling me friends along the way. I've not cared so much about my health or, things that could possibly cause me issue. Right? I know it happens. And, this bygones are bygones. I mean, it just comes down to that for me. But, if I've got, I don't, it's a huge life decision I'm making here. I mean, that's what I'm getting at is like my whole family's dead. And my children are deceased. I'm single, so why do I have to put up with any or do it? I mean, I'm trying to tell people some straight facts. Some people they don't they don't mean to be hurtful or disrespectful. A lot of people may not be communicating in the way that you understand. And like I said, people who use the internet, there are just quite a wide array of uh, sensitivities that any particular human could have. And those people use the internet, so how they react to it could be very, very different. So I'm simply saying don't stoop. People who are talking about Michaela Reigns, don't make any comments. Don't give them the time of freaking day. Okay? This is the right way to handle it, especially online. All right? Don't call them names because some of them probably it's not as bad as yes, because when somebody's really sensitive, it can seem like quite literally getting stabbed. Okay? Don't start calling people stupid online, uneducated. undereducated. It's not to be PC, okay? Just to make sure you don't end up building a nest in the gutter. Right. Okay? Yeah. But why do I have to be forced to use the internet if there's all these teenagers bullying and harassing people? And, people from other countries, and it's even my own U.S. government. It's like, holy shit, man, you guys are trying to come after me for what? Talk to the crappy lawyers I'd like to sue. And took care of Fritz H.A. Lueth's death estate paperwork. Yes, yes, I very much would like to sue the shit out of those people and make sure that it never fucking happens again, especially to any U.S. military families. See, most military families, you go along enough right there's always a plan. They think about these things. How to keep your house in order, how to make sure, yep, everything's squared away. You go tomorrow, there's just, there it is, it's already done. My parents couldn't keep up after a while. Both of them were very sick, which I knew. And then, as I'm going further along in life, I would talk about them, and people would just start sniping at me without letting me finish what I'm saying or truly even listening. Some people read things incorrectly online too, right? Misread something, and they think you're being ignorant, but it's because it was misread, right? This all sorts of shit needs to change about the internet. Human people, you understand? All over the planet, people are sensitive to different things, and some people don't are not aware of that. So anybody gave me shit because what I was trying to say in a comment was just remember Michaela, and anybody of the Fox communities. They might need help because she was the one taking care of the foxes, and now there's a bunch of foxes that need help. I'm sure her husband needs help, but especially fox experts and rescuers. Like, there's a lot of stuff people put on, and I just like, no one made you an expert from anywhere, and if so, you'd be happy to, show your credentials. Like I have numerous times. You see that? That's, I worked for a living. I got street smarts. I got air smarts. I got gurus that smart. Right. So it doesn't matter who sees it now. At some point, you will see it and be like, well, somebody on the internet was already saying that, and I've been saying it, and we can all take part in better understanding. And one way to do that is just don't call them garbage people. You could be talking to somebody's grandmother who misunderstood the situation and typed something out that she didn't understand. She even clicked. Okay, there's so many possibilities. Don't stoop that low. Just concentrate on, this is an example of why some people need a buddy system if they're going to be on the internet, and some people need to know when to walk away from it, like I do. Okay, and I still almost. I tried to unalive myself. That's not funny or humorous. And there are those roaming the internet who think for some reason there's different rules on the internet. You're gonna find out otherwise. But everybody needs to be a little more leeway. Everybody from everywhere. Okay? Like someone accidentally made a typo and someone misreads it and then they just automatically like block you as a user. Okay, that makes you an immature shitbag who should never have control of large numbers of people. I know what's going to happen. Some of us know what's going to happen. Oh, by the way, I'm good with that. Initials DR. Right. Unwanted body hair. Yep, I'll do it. That's what he wants. Yep. I'll give him a whole day. 24 hours. Some of us speak to each other telepathically. We have for a very long time.